Are you ready? Because I'm never ready. Because while I'm in the middle of something new, interesting pops up that only I know. It's crazy. I make it up to start with, and then while I'm making it up becomes true. Oh, my back. I got 2 swollen lumps on my back, and part of my back I can't feel. It's funny, I fell down on Valentine's Day at night, nearing 6 o'clock, 6 p.m., 10 to 6 maybe. And what was I thinking about? My head was in the air saying, Valentine's Day, 5 and 9, 9 and 5, 45 and 14. Bring me the son of it in the foxhole. Fox equals 45. 9 times 6 is 54. Bringing man inside the foxhole, bring me the light. So I'm staring up into the sky and boom! Fell right onto my back on a hard brick floor. You know what's funny? Did you see that towel I put together there that says flag 1? Okay. Well, it doesn't actually say, it says love, right? But when you put an O next to an N, it looks like a V because the leg disappears. So it says flag love. So somebody asked me, can't keep up to you. Don't know what you're doing. Well, most of everybody really, I've never really explained how I did anything. And if I did, it was during the moment of, as I do each piece, because that's the way I'm learning. I'm just transferring it the way I learn. We're going to have to bang all our heads together until they become one head. Let's just put it online and make it one system. Build a system that can read everything I'm trying to say like Messer has. So we put those 2 together and oh my God, we'd have the entire Bible in numbers. But this is what we're going to do. First, we're going to talk about the dice and the cards. 3, 5 is the maximum we get in cards. It's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The 5 and the 9 are the same. Okay, 42 and 42. The 9 takes position in the 5 hole. The 5 is lost in the 9 card. The 7 is a moon. The 7 is a moon. You need to put 2 of these dice on top of each other. And in the crack here is your number 9. These are all 5s in their own space. But putting the 2 dice together, you would take the 2 tables and you would cut out a piece here and you'd cut out a piece here, making it look like the C. We're not going to talk about this. I don't want to talk about this. Here is your gateway. This is your energy. This is the creation energy. The gateway, this is man's birth. 7, 9, 3, 5. 7 and 9 is 16. Bring me the light. 9 and 3 equals to 12, equals to the father of the light, the holder of the light. The A family. A is the first letter. H is the 8th letter. You can say it the way you want, but I see AC he. 1, 3, bring me the son of the heavens of energy. 1, 3, 5, 8. 5 and 3 equals to the 8. H is in between, splitting as I. I and E equals to 14, creating the N, which connects the 2 sides together. Just as you will see inside of here, the only way to create the N together is to do that inside. Then you take this dot to this one, if you want, and I turn this one the opposite way and put it down here, and this dot over here, and we'd create Aleph. But I don't want to get into that right now. Book's upside down. What we're going to do is now, J is the 10th letter, 10. Everybody knows what I talk about, that 0 will always equal 6 when there's 2 numbers. Okay, when there's 3 numbers, the one in the center equals to 5 or 9. 9 and 5 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. But if you take the left side or the right side, it's V minus 1, V plus 1. Let's not talk about that. I'm starting to confuse you. Confusing myself. J. K is the 11th letter. It's the only 2 in the A family that come together. Jekka. Jekka. And then the next one is R. Jakar. The J car. J car. Joker. In a GH heaven. 7 and 8. Why 7 and 8? 7 from here is the G. Just like in the piano. The same way the piano goes, same family. We come together. This is a divided world. This is an explanatory. How we bring the 2 links together. The 18th letter is a combination of, in the A family, 18th letter, but the A is before the R. Let's call it 17. Or the A is after the R. Let's call it 19S. This would be Q. This would be S. I have to fix my camera. It's splitting my book in half. Okay. The totality of these numbers, before I go on, is 1, 8, 10, 11, 18, and equals to 48. 10 brings in the light 6, 48 and 6 equals 54, the number to the sun. 28 for the moon, and 24 for the cat's communications, C-A-T, cat. And on the keyboard, we have to understand cat. Third, first, and fifth. First, third, and fifth. First, third, and fifth. First letter, third letter, and fifth letter says ace. Third letter, first letter, and fifth letter says cat. The cat is the ace, the cat in the hat. We also want to show you that the Z, 26, equals 8. The 1 and the Q, 17, equals 8. These two are on the debit machine on the number 1, where usually you see the exclamation point. So we're going to pick up this book one more time. So now we're going to come down, okay, over here. And we're going to show you when we add them up, we get 48. Then we get the sun, S-U-N, okay? Just like sun, S-U-N, sun. Just like Saturn, the 3 letters for sun are in Saturn. Venus, the 3 letters are in Venus. And Uranus, the 3 are in Uranus. So the 2, the 6, and the 7 come together. The spirit of 76 is 276, equals to 152. 152 are the 512 memory. Now let's go a little bit further. 4 by 8 is 32. 4 plus 8 is 12, equals to 44. 4 times 4 is 16, is the space. 4 and 4 is 8. 2 spaces of 4 and 4. This says 1 spirit of 8, which joins the 2. This 1 will bring in the light. Why? When you see 1 and 1, the only time you will see 1 and 1 is when you see 6 light and 6 light, 16 and 16, like in the word purple, or any double P bringing in the light, because the 1 only follows with the 6. 1 and 6 is 7. Here also, 1 and 6 is 7. This one says 2 because it's the split world. There is no spirit inside this world. It is the K. It is the link to the world. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 3 is 5. Where do I get that? 1 plus 2 and 1 times 2. 5 and 6. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 plus 6 is 11. Now you get the K back over here. K comes back in. 30 plus 11 is 41. Add the 6 because of the 0 equals to 47. Now we're going to go on to this side. 5775, the year we're in. 5 times 7 is 35. 5 plus 7 is 12. The same 12. Okay. 3 times 5 is 15. A and E. Now we bring the A and E world together because the first time the A actually lives, it lives inside of E. It lives in the center right over here. This is your E. A, E, and I on one cube, the positions of A, E, and I, but the A can only play from the E position. Okay, it plays itself from the E position. This corner is barred. Okay, and if you need to put 2 dice together and go down to the crap table, or you go down to Sickbo and it pays 30 to 1. Okay, in both games. In one game it pays 111 is 180 to 1, and the other game it pays 30 to 1 because it's part of creation. 15, 1 times 5, 5. 1 time plus 5, 6. 5 and 6 is the same as 2 and 3. 3 times 2, 3 plus 2. The same numbers equal with the 8. This one equals to 30 and 11 equals to 47. Both of these, that will connect you to Uranus, okay, at the same time. 47 and 47 is 94. It's Pluto-Mars, which is actually Uranus, Saturn, and Neptune all connecting together. This is part of Neptune. This is the connection between the cat. 0 gets 6 makes it 68. 68 and 42 are 24, and 86 will equal to 1010, or the communication of the cat, the passage of the cat. So here we're going to finish with 41. Excuse me. This one we're going to finish with 5 and 6 equals to 11, plus 8 is 19, bringing you to R. The A family of R equals to number 19, which is the S letter. Okay, 19, 19, and 19 equals 57. Now, there's one other thing inside 19, 19, 19, and 57. 19, 19, 19, when made up of 1 times 9 and 1 plus 9 is 10 and 9 equals to 19. The 10, 0 gets 6, makes it 25. 3 by 25 is 75. In the year 5775, Jakar, the angels come. I and H come together inside of I, because R is the 18th letter. 1 and 8 equals to 9. In the 3 worlds together of I, and I, and one of the worlds is a divided world. Okay, so that's why we only count 18. We're just going to leave it at that way. But the sun We'll create that created world as two nines. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 plus 9 is 11 equals to 29. How do we create it? By number 54. 54, add 6 to 54. 5 times 4. 5 plus 4 is 9 and 20 equals to 29. The same thing. 20 gets 6 equaling to 35. Electric company, right back in there. 35. Electric company comes right back to the 8 angels. When you put I and H, which is H and I, you create the Q. When you take R and the A before the R equals to 18 minus 1 equals to 17 to Q. When you take R and H, because H is inside of R, so they come together, R and H equals to 26Z. Now you have the cars. Q comes with U and R comes with Z. We have the cars. Okay? The king and the 1/4 or the quasar link is the way I'm looking at it. I'm not quite sure which way to look at that it comes together. 19 plus 38, which is the church, QU. 19 and 38 equals to 57. Q17, R18, 35 electric company, plus U and A21 comes together. AU, okay, O means water, brings it together. AU, 22 plus 18 equals to 40. 40 plus 17 equals to 57. Now, on the 7th key of the telephone and the 9th key, because it shows you in first formation, it will not change. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 does not change it. And the 9 key, the Q and the Z are removed on the 7 and the 9 key, 7 and the 9 key, 1 and 8, 18, and they're put on the 1 key inside the debit machine. So this is how I put together the A family. Okay? And where does A exist? A exists for me as probably part of the passage. There's many ways to look at it. I'm not sure if I explained this video properly. There is one thing I wanted to mention. No, we're going to make another video. 12 minutes. We're going to try to keep it down 15 minutes less. Raphael, 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. There is one thing I did want to mention. Okay. Is things that I've been into. Poker, poker chips, poker terminology in Spanish, English, and French. Blackjack, craps, and roulette, Spanish, English, and French. The names of the planets, the position of the planets, the size of the planets, the diameter of the planets, and the moons of all the planets. Sports, the equipments, the sports arenas that they use, the size and the kind of thingamajig they use in order to score their points. Okay? In hockey, it's 1 goal. Does anybody get an assist? Yes, 2 assists. You need to have 3 men on the ice plus a goaltender to have the AC energy. After that, I don't know how it works in the penalty box. Then there's backgammon board games and arenas. We take the piano of A, B, C, then D. We take the phone. We take the keyboards. We take the number systems. We take the letters. We take low shoe counting. We take gematria, Pythagorean, Kabbalah, and Chaldean. We talk of the Mayan time of 25,920 and 25,625. Divide this by 360. Divide this one by 5 by 5 by 5 by 5 and multiply it by 41 and you'll equal to this number. 5,125. 1.25 is May 5th, the day, the month of the flower. 5, 5, and 5. We accumulate how Einstein, how Neptune, come to 1776, which comes to 7557. How Neptune 95 and how 95 reacts to the 24 hours a day, or 24 times 76, if that's the right number. 1776 divided by 24 equals 74, the number of Christ and the number of time, divided by 1776, 74 by 24. 24 is the only divisible number when you use the numbers 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8, equaling to a total of 24. All divide up into this number wholly. Everything has to divide wholly. 1 equals 34, 2 equals 58, 3 equals 56, 4 equals 60, 5 equals 42, 6 equals 52, 7 equals 65, 8 equals 49, 9 equals 42. 1 and 7 is the gateway. 2 and 13, which is 2 and 4, is the 9 lives of the cat. 3 and 11 are actually 3 and 2, which is the passageway, the beta creation, the secondary creation. 4 and 60, which actually is 466, 6 and 6 is 12, 1 and 2 and 3, this is the DC energy. 5 and 42, okay, which is 5 and 6, which is F, which is the same thing as D, but this is F with D on this side, F on the other side, because F cuts off the circulation between the high and the low. the two sides, and above and below. Because the EF instead of the DE, the E before the F. The E before the F makes F1. The D after the F makes D9, 9 and 1. Brings together the soul and then pull their yellow. 765 or 7 and 11 brings you the crap game, brings you 7 and 2, and brings you the birth, 47, which I think is Oriental on Monopoly. 849 is actually 813. 813 and 213, they both come from the Venus planet. One is 9 and 4 for 36. The other is 8 and 5 for 40. 40 and 36 is 76. 2 and 8 is time, heaven's time. 9 and 42 come together, become 9 and 6, the reversal of 6 and 9. When this comes together with 9 and 6, it starts off at Mars, but is there another 9 and 6 over here somewhere? Let me see. 6 is over here. 9 and 6. 7 and 7. There is no light. Do you see number 16? No. You have 5 and 2, 7, 3 and 4, 7. But when you bring 1 and 6 together as the light, you get 77. So the light is within 1 and 6, bringing these two worlds together, 3 and 4, 7, 5 and 2, 7. 2 times 5, 2 plus 5 is 17. The Q, there's a 0 inside equaling to number 23. This will now equal to 3 and 6. 23, 2 times 3, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 6. 3 by 4 will equal to the 19. Now this one will join this one, making it 6 and 7. This one will become 19. This one will become 14, and 19 is the 33, the birth of the 3 and 3, 3 and 3, or 3 and 3. The communication of the two sides, Raphael 7286, and a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching.